How are you doing today? We're starting the next live stream after a short break. Oh, Joy is here. Hi, Joy. How are you doing? Hi, guys. It's so nice to see you here. I hope you have really good week. I'm so excited for today's conversation. And because we are going to talk with Aneela about BFRB and its connection to OCD, we are going to talk about similarities and the differences between those two mental health conditions. And yeah. If you have any questions, just ask in the comment, or even better in question box down there. And I'm going to invite Aneela. Yay!
Oh,
Hey, I'm so happy you are
oh, it's so
here
good to see
again.
you. It's so good to see you. How are you?
Uh, I'm holding on somehow. It is really hard time, but I focus on my values and I focus on being my authentic self and doing what I really want to do, what is in line with my values, and that's really helped. And of course, I have a lot of amazing friends,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's it. How about you?
I love that that idea of values. I feel like it's been coming up a lot more recently, just in conversations, and I think it is so important to help us stay focused on like our path. Um, but yeah, I mean, so far things are pretty good here. I'm a little exhausted. My place is a mess. It's like so incredibly messy right now. It feels
Oh,
like I actually don't even mind sharing. Like, just look at how it's like there's just stuff everywhere. I don't know why it's so blurry, but there's just stuff everywhere.
oh my
And
God. I know this. I know
yeah,
this. I decided to clean a bit my room
yeah,
before this live stream, but everything is everywhere.
yeah. This is
Worry
my
not.
at trying to clean up, but this is representative of what my brain feels like right now. Like ADHD, so many thoughts, so many
Yeah,
things I need to do. Um, but I love that idea of like just take a minute and leveraging that idea of values, like what in this mess is really truly important to me.
yeah,
You know?
absolutely. I am also diagnosed with ADHD, and today I caught up myself when I trying to do something, for example, taking pills, and then I saw something else to do, and I was like, oh my gosh, I decided to take pill and I started the next thing. So let's do this first
Yeah,
and just write it down what I wanted to do next. And it really helps.
yeah, yeah. I have that
Yeah.
same mind too, where it's I'm going to do one thing and then something catches my eye and then I go do that and then I forget and then I have to like yeah. Um,
Yeah.
I
I know.
love how you just jumped in, but I think we should introduce each other because, or
Yeah.
introduce ourselves because I want the HabitAware folks to know about you, Lucas, and I want your crew to know about me. So
Absolutely.
please tell us your name and what you do and why you're even here.
Yeah. So it's so nice to be here with all of you guys. My name is Lukas, but in Polish it's Łukasz. So Polish language it's really hard, but yeah. And since my diagnosis, I decided to be an OCD advocate and to spread awareness about obsessive compulsive disorder. And what I'm doing means a lot to me because I know how lonely, how isolated, how but I felt for years. And I know that there are so many people like me. And I believe that doing small things like advocacy, even if we just on Instagram or even if we I don't know, wearing clothes about, awareness or whatever, we can make a really big difference and we can help people, but also by doing this, I can help myself.
Yep.
So I'm founder of Intrusive OCD memes. It was like I wanted to found my space to create something funny about my disorder to help me. But after a few months, I started this project. I realized that it is helpful for others. And then I decided to go out from my comfort zone and started live streams in English, what was really huge exposure for me.
Awesome. Yeah, I love how you are able to find humor in such a, a painful thing, such a like there's so much fear, there's so much anxiety, there's so much like that like feeling of like it's something that chains us up in a sense, right? And yet you're able to find just a
Yeah.
little glimmer of light, a little glimmer of humor, a little glimmer of like hope. And like you said, I think it's so important to share our stories because, yes, it helps us, and then other people see it and it helps them. And it's just been so wonderful to watch you grow and share your journey, and not just grow in terms of the number of people that follow you, but grow in here, right? Like this is the most important.
Yeah, this connection between people who wants to be together, who wants to help each other, is so strong that yeah, I know that I'm doing what I really want to do, and it is aligned with my values. And yeah, of course, I was scared of starting this because I was feeling like, oh my gosh, no one will understand me. I started doing my project anonymously, but then I realized that so many people wants to talk about this, wants to share their stories, and it is really amazing. And the community we can create together is something really special.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's so true. Like it's been really, really amazing to just see how people just gravitate towards, you know, to each other within the community and to the work that you're doing, to the work that we're doing. So,
Yeah,
so great
yeah.
to hear. Yeah.
I will
Um,
just answer one question,
yeah.
Aneela, because there is a question
Okay.
if someone wants to create a group chat or something where we can discuss about OCD, and I will be so careful here because it is so easy to give others reassurance and make our OCD worse. What's really good is are support groups, peer support groups, where there is moderator who can yeah moderate this conversation without reassure each other. So I prefer support groups. Of course, I have here in Poland OCD group on Facebook, but it is barely possible to control 7,000 people and what they post. And
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, I would say like same thing with so let me just quickly introduce myself. My name is
yeah,
Aneela, and I have hair pulling disorder, which is related to obsessive compulsive disorder. I probably definitely have some like light touch OCD as well, and seeking reassurance and some things like that, as well as a whole host of other mental health conditions. But my company HabitAware has actually invented a smart bracelet that helps people with compulsive hair pulling, skin picking, and nail biting. And we do that by helping you build awareness of your hands. And so that's like the work that I get to do in this world of mental health and helping people with that awareness. Then people can actually affect change. And it's the same with your journey with OCD. Like you
Yeah.
can't, without that moment of pause to notice the thoughts that are like trying to take you, right? You can't break away. And so that's the work that we help people do. And to that point about, support groups or Facebook groups, I think anything you do, just go into it knowing, like, if you are going into a big Facebook group of thousands and thousands of people, you can't control what other people are going to say. So just, be a little protective of yourself. Just notice that there's not professionals in there. Go and get what you need, give help as you can,
Yeah.
but just, yeah, that grain of salt of it's only as good as the people inside in terms of like
Yeah.
how what they're learning and that kind of thing. And so, but we can be those good people inside, helping guide the
Absolutely.
conversation and stuff to facts, and making sure people know what these conditions really are. Like, for example, a lot of people still say hair pulling is OCD, and it's not. It is related to it. It's really called a body focused repetitive
Yeah.
behavior. And the reason that distinction is important is because the treatments are different. So things like that may happen. You may get not good information, but you also may get good information. So you really just have to keep your eyes and heart open when you go into those groups.
Yeah, absolutely agree. And we both know that community are really important. So I'm so grateful for this community and that we were able to meet together, not in real life,
Yeah.
but yeah. But I'm so happy and I feel really comfortable around my people, and this is so important. But yeah, you started talking about BFRB, what it is, what it isn't, and we can start from this point
Yeah.
because I think this is really important to see the difference between OCD and BFRB, especially that what you said, the treatment is different.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I would love to shift the conversation there, and I have a question for you around that. Sort of like we were just sort of talking about, many people confuse BFRBs with OCD because of that repetitive nature of,
yeah,
for OCD, it's maybe the thoughts and also some external behaviors. Um, and then for BFRBs, it's very much the external, hair pulling. You kind of see a little bit here, growing back. But what are some of the biggest differences that you see, people often miss between OCD and BFRB?
hmm I have experience with OCD, but also BFRB. I'm not diagnosed, but I know because I'm doing so many repetitive behaviors like skin picking. And also since 6 months, I have something under my foot and I scratch this to the blood and it's bleeding, it hurts, then it heals, and in a while I'm do this again because I can feel that something is there.
Yeah.
And I wish I can stop, but I feel that maybe this time I will, scratch this, that this will disappear, and this is getting worse and worse and worse. But I think when I'm doing this, I don't feel anxiety. I don't feel anxious. I just feel urge of doing this.
Hmm.
And
Does it feel good?
yeah, it feel like relax, maybe not relaxing, but yeah, at the
Yeah.
same time it hurts, but
Yeah.
at the same time I can pull my skin so strong that it's bleeding, but finally I feel satisfaction that, oh my gosh, I did this. And
Yeah.
then for 2 or 3 days I can't walk because it is painful.
The pain comes later. I think is what happens to all of us. And you mentioned anxiety, so again, I'm I am not really sure if I have OCD, but I think I'm I'm pretty sure I present with a lot of stuff that I read about. But you mentioned anxiety and I think, does that sort of what you feel with the OCD thoughts and behaviors, like more anxiety, more fear, more like, I don't know, like what comes up for you there? Like, to me, what I'm hearing is with the skin picking, the body focused repetitive behavior, it's more of self-soothing and satisfaction, and that's one of the differences, right? So what I wanted to kind of get to was,
Yeah.
what are you experiencing with OCD? That contrast.
Yeah, so with OCD, when something is triggering for me, and intrusive thought pops out in my head, I feel anxiety, I feel stress, I feel the urge of, doing compulsion right here, right now, at this moment to solve the problem. Uh, what uh, mm, what if something happened and I feel this in my stomach? It is something that people without OCD can't even imagine, that it can be connected with so much stress and anxiety. And it can be so tough that it can stops you from doing your tasks during the day.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. It's really interesting that you mentioned the stomach, because I truly believe there's like a mind body connection. So to hear that it's not just, anxiety and stress is, more emotional uh, outputs of the behavior, but to hear that you're feeling something in, like a physical feeling, is really interesting to me. I wonder if others feel that too when something's happening. Um, because again, I think just like the hair pulling is a signal, that feeling in your stomach is a signal, right? And so the body is trying to talk to us. So I just really thought that I wanted to just highlight that a little bit. And I'm curious, get a little curious about that and see if anyone else has that same feeling of, maybe not necessarily the stomach, but maybe their neck, or, where is the body talking to you from? So feel free to
I
answer.
think
Yeah.
I think it's different because OCD is not only about intrusive thoughts, it's about images, urges, and feelings. And it can be totally different for different people because OCD is a spectrum. So you can have OCD and you can function somehow, and the other people can have OCD and can't be able to go out of their home.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's
it is really hard. It is really hard, and I think the most helpful thing, and also for OCD and BFRB, for me, is to stay present and to not going, because you can pick your skin even without knowing that you're picking. And
yeah.
few seconds ago, I picked my knee because I feel that something is there,
Yeah.
and I have my hands here. So
Yeah.
so sometimes it is automatic behavior that someone who can see you can tell you that you are doing something and this is gross, or this is not okay because you're destroying your own skin. But sometimes people are not aware of that.
Yeah, 100%. I think with body focused repetitive behaviors, it's really a trance-like state. Like, you kind of know it's happening, because you can see your hands engaging in the behavior. Like, I can see, the side off the side of my eyesight, but you're just so not in control, right? It's that reptile brain that's in control, that automatic nervous system that's in control, and it very much is. That's actually exactly why we built the bracelet, because it helps you, like, oh, that vibration when I'm playing with my eyebrows, it just is like, wait, what just
Yeah.
happened? You can come out of the trance and then do the work that a treatment professional is trying to help you with. Uh, do you find that the same sort of trance-like nature of the OCD too, that you kind of are riding this OCD wave and then you sort of wake up and are like, what is going on? Or is it very like, can you see it happening?
Yeah. I'm a person who is aware of my OCD, but also for people who are not aware or who starts the OCD journey and therapy, this is something that you can't miss. I'm talking right now about compulsions, because triggers and intrusive thoughts is something that comes automatically and you can't control it. But compulsions, you can see this. It is not something that you can miss, because OCD is telling you that you have to do this compulsion. You have to check this again and again. So I'm aware that I'm doing compulsions because I feel stress, I feel anxiety, and I feel this urge to do this. I think with BFRB, it's a bit or totally different, because you're picking your skin, but you don't feel the urge that you don't want to do this, or this is something wrong, because you feel good. Sometimes I'm looking on my skin for some imperfections,
Mhm.
even if they are not visible. I feel that something is here, and when I started scratching this, it's getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It feels just, that's my life too.
Yeah, I know.
It's not funny, but it's like, it's a human truth. Like, where there's one, there's kind of the other. Like, hair pulling is my main one, but I always find myself searching and, like, if I feel a bump, just trying to, like, yeah, get rid
Yeah,
of it.
this is automatic. Or if you have something in your mouth, like, and you started biting, and then your mouth inside are so painful,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah, cheek biting is another one. Yep. Um, I want to actually go back to the beginning where you mentioned values, because I think it's really been popping up. Like, I was recently reading about it randomly, and then someone else last night at a dinner I was at mentioned values, and then you today. So I feel like it's coming up a lot. I wanted to see, like, how did you identify your values? Like, what was that process like for you? Who did you work with to, like, it's so easy to say, oh, my values, but, like, what does that mean? Like, how do you construct your life and live to your values?
Yeah, it can be complicated, but it can be also simple. That depends. It is not one answer for this question, but if I'm doing something, even if it's like pleasure for me, like playing games or whatever, or even if it's something that I have to do, and then my OCD is trying to distract me and tells me that I have to do compulsions. When I feel that this is something what I want to do or I need to do to feel better, because if I not do this right here, or if I plan something and I'm not finish my task, I will feel worse and worse because there are deadlines. So this is one type of values. So I know that I have to do something to keep my life going in the right direction. But also, second thing is, I know what is important in my life. And if my OCD is trying to tell me that I need to spend 1 hour checking the door, checking home appliances, or ruminating, and at the opposite side, I have my friends, the opportunity to meet them, to talk with them, to spend nice time with them or with my family. I know right now that this is worth this, a bit of anxiety and this stress, because this stress will go out, and there is a word like habituation. Yeah. So if our brain will learn how to not engage with intrusive thoughts and with compulsions, it will be easier with time to go towards our values. And for me, even, mowing the lawn can be value, because I'm spending time outside, I'm spending time on fresh air, and I can stay present to look at different animals, bugs, and, different things, or that grass is green.
Yeah.
And wind is coming through my hair, and there are so many things that we can see when we start being present, and
Yeah.
so many things that we can miss if we go towards things that OCD or even BFRB can make to you, because you can scratch yourself, and you can stop doing your things because you feel good, and okay, I will scratch here, I will scratch here on my back. Oh my gosh, my back is so nice place to scratch, but
Right.
I can do this for 5 minutes, knowing that I wanted to eat lunch.
Yeah. I think literally just wrote down, I value me. Like, we have to add ourselves to that list sometimes when we say, these are the things I value. I value being out in nature. I value, spending time with friends and family. I value, all these different things. I but when we can say I value myself, that helps us, right? That 5 minutes, then you can say, well, if I value myself, then it's better to me if I go eat than if I sit here for 5 more minutes, right? And so it does help with that decision making. It does help with that, putting up the boundaries of, I will
Yeah,
just allow myself 5 minutes and then I'm going to eat, or whatever it may be, so that you can learn to take care of yourself. I think that's so important. And yeah, I think, like a while ago, I had breast cancer, and part of that journey was identifying my values. And so I worked with a treatment professional, and like anyone can go to the internet and just say like values worksheet, and it'll give you all these
yeah,
different options of, you know, a list of things that you could find in value in, right? Like maybe your value is creativity, or maybe it's spirituality, whatever it is, and allowing yourself to sort of sit with all those options, and then, again, create um, your little value fence, if you will. Like it creates
yeah,
these boundaries that allow you to make decisions. And it's been really helpful. And then the other thing I'd like to note on that simply is just that your values can change as you change, as you grow
absolutely.
older, or, like I didn't have kids, so kids was not a value for me way back in my 20s, but now it's very important to me. So just to remember that when you know yourself well, you can keep going through that exercise maybe every year or every couple of months, just to make sure you're still living to what's truly important to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have something really important to me to add right now, because for many years it wasn't really important to me, because I wasn't aware that being my authentic self can be a value, or
Mm-hmm.
if it's important, because I thought that I have to do things to please others, to do something that other will appreciate. And sorry, this is bullshit. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
If we stay our authentic selves, there will be people around us who really appreciate us, and not people who appreciate what we're doing for them, what we're doing to meet their expectations. And yeah, I
Yeah.
think this is right now my biggest value, because it
Yeah.
can change everything.
Yeah, I think that's so, what a huge insight too of like, I think we grow up learning and being conditioned to live for other people, right? Like, do what your parents want you to do. You do what your grandparents want you to do. You do what your teachers want you to do. You build in this, you're like learned, you this learned behavior of I should do what other people expect of me. And then when we get to this age of like, wait a minute, who am I? Right?
Yeah,
Because like, I've been doing, 30 plus years of what other people want me to do, and you don't know who your authentic self is. So it's a journey to go on. But then once you, again, that knowing of yourself, I literally just wrote down be my authentic self because I think that is so important. And that is
yeah,
kind of something I'm struggling with a little bit right now because, there's always, no matter how open I am and how outgoing I am, there's always people that are like, be quieter, be less, and that's not
yeah.
me.
Yeah, absolutely. For me also, I wasn't able to take jokes, which I really like. I think I have a really good sense of humor. So being closed inside me and being not creative is something that can kill me inside. And I'm really glad that we started talking about values. So, guys, it is really something that can help you with BFRB, with OCD, with bipolar, with
just
everything,
just
with even
life,
with
right?
your life,
Yeah.
to find your values and go through life with your
Yeah.
values.
I think it allows you to be your authentic self because you're staying true to what's important to you and it helps you make decisions, right? Like if you value the environment and then you're going in to buy a car, you're going to choose a car that is, better for the environment. Or maybe you'll say, I don't want a car actually. I'm going to go with an e-bike or with a bus pass. It helps you stay true to yourself. And so
Yeah,
whether you have mental health conditions or not, it's going to help you feel firmer in who you are. And yeah, I totally feel that strength now too as I'm getting better at living to my values. It's, taken 40 years to get there.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And Aneela, going back to our topic, BFRB and OCD, what are the biggest myths or misunderstandings about BFRB?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest misunderstanding is that it's just easy to stop. Like everybody's always just like, just stop. I just want you to stop. I just want you to stop, right? And even the people that have it just want to stop. But it's a health condition, it's a chronic health condition. I think people think it's, from the outside perspective, they see me pulling and they say, oh, that's your hands, it's your fault, right? It's like you just stop your hands. Like you are in control of your hands. Like, yes, I'm in control of my hand when I'm writing. I'm in control of my hands when I'm typing. I'm in control of my hands when I'm messaging. I'm in control of my hands when I know I'm picking up my bottle of water. But there's something that happens that I am not in control when I start playing. And so it's easy to see where people get that idea of like you can just stop, just like I can stop, write my thought and put my pen down. You can
Yeah,
just stop and put your hand down. It's just not like that because of it being rooted in this other part of the brain that we don't have conscious control over, and that's
yeah,
the yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And with OCD, it's the same thing. People really often can't understand that we can't stop it. And of course, we're thinking all the time. There are automatic thoughts, automatic processes in our brain. And of course, when I decide to do some math and few tasks, and I'm thinking about this, when I finish, I can stop thinking about this because this was something that I controlled, but I can't control my thoughts and what OCD is telling to me and what I think when I see trigger. It is not so easy as, I have thought that I have to eat something right now, so I'm eating.
Yeah.
But now I decide to talk with you, and I'm not thinking about eating right now.
Right.
So right now I'm thinking about eating because it's really good.
Well, this was such an awesome conversation. You go back to your yogurt, and it was so wonderful. I really, really enjoyed it, and we should definitely do this again. Yeah, I'm really, really glad that we were able to reconnect. It's been so long since our last Insta Live, and I really enjoyed this
Yeah.
conversation. I love where it took us. See, we were talking in the back channels, like, what should we talk about? What are some questions we can ask each other? And then boom, just the most seemingly randomest thing. Like the values thing is so important. So I'm so glad that came up because it's so helpful to folks. And I hope everyone listening and watching, and even on the recording.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think
Comments, yeah.
I think we are going to continue this cycle of not OCD cycle, but this cycle of live stream because it is still a lot to do, and we can talk openly, and we can talk about things that will help us with BFRB and OCD treatments, different therapies. Absolutely, I'm really open to talk, and I'm so happy that we met previously, and absolutely.
We'll see you again soon. I hope one day, if anything, back on another Insta Live. And yeah, let's do treatment. We're not treatment professionals, but we can talk to the treatments that we do and stuff.
I saw one question about what meds will help for OCD, and this is a right question for specialists, for psychiatrists. But I can only say that for OCD there are SSRIs used really often connected with therapy, but as we said, we are not specialists, so please talk with your psychiatrist. No worries, Aneela. We're finishing. Thank you so much for this amazing conversation, and see you guys next time.